The movie is about a blind girl who faces three dangerous gangsters alone. During her husband's absence, how will she manage to do that? Let's find out together. The movie begins with a girl named Lisa who is in Canada with a man involved in illegal activities. He opens up a doll, removes its stuffing, and replaces it with small bags of contraband. He skillfully sews it back up, making it look brand new. They do this so Lisa can smuggle the contraband past airport security, as security checks luggage, but not the doll. Lisa successfully passes through the airport and boards a plane back to America. On the plane, she meets a man named Sam, whom she's seeing for the first time. Upon arriving in America, Lisa encounters a mysterious man and gives Sam a doll to prevent the man from taking it. The man steals Lisa's bag and departs. Sam unknowingly becomes involved in a dangerous gang due to the doll. Mike and Carlo, two gang members, located Sam's small, messy apartment, following a note inviting them inside. They searched the apartment, leaving fingerprints. Mike discovered a locked closet, arousing suspicion, and they decided to leave just as they heard approaching footsteps. Roth, a man Lisa formerly worked for, enters and requests their cooperation in finding a doll, assuring them no one will be harmed. He reveals Lisa contacted him about the doll, but Sam claimed it was lost. After Mike retrieves a key from Roth and opens a previously inaccessible closet, they discover Lisa's dead body inside. Roth confessed to killing the victim due to disobedience. Mike and his partner attempt to escape Roth's meticulously planned crime, which involves framing them. Roth instructs them to move the body to his truck to avoid detection by the police. The gangsters plan to dispose of a body in an apartment. Before doing so, they hid when the blind apartment owner, Susie, entered. Susie sensed someone was present and called her husband. After leaving, the group decided to remove the body before the couple returned. Sam informed Susie of a late work trip. Susie expressed fear due to recent local crime and news reports of a body. Sam reassured her. Simultaneously, a gang planned to retrieve a missing doll from Sam's apartment. Sam prepared for his trip. Mike, part of a gang, goes to Susie's apartment after she smells smoke. He extinguishes a fire and soothes her. Susie, unaware of his true identity, asks who he is. Mike falsely claims to be an army friend of her husband. Susie's husband is absent, and Mike, a stranger, reassures her. Gloria, Susie's stubborn but helpful neighbor, briefly visits, then returns to retrieve groceries. The gang decides to play with Susie's nerves. Roth disguises himself as an old man, and Gloria sees him as she leaves. He enters Susie's apartment and tells her he's going to kill her husband because he's a traitor. He takes a photo from the dresser and leaves. Susie is in shock, unable to process what's happening. Mike returns and Susie seeks his help again, telling him what happened. Mike pretends to call for help, but actually contacts the gang outside. He reassures Susie with lies, saying he won't leave until he's sure she's safe. Then Carlo arrives, disguised as a police detective. He and Roth put on an act to scare Susie. Carlo wipes down the apartment to remove his fingerprints and searches for the doll. The phone rings and the caller asks for Carlo, bringing up the doll. Susie starts to notice something is wrong. They decide to leave, and Susie, being very sharp, tells Mike that Carlo was searching for something and that she sensed his movements. Roth returns, this time in a different disguise, to continue the charade. They lie to Susie, telling her that her husband is a traitor and took the doll from his wife, further frightening her. Gloria's arrival is met with an immediate departure after sensing trouble. Mike communicates secretly through a curtain, coinciding with phone calls. Susie reveals a missing doll, last seen with her husband upon his return from Canada. Mike alerts Susie to a police presence and the possibility of Sam being in danger. A frantic search for the doll proves unsuccessful. Susie discovers her husband Mike's love for her through his found letters. She also observes Carlo's poor condition and identifies the old man and Roth as the same person due to their identical shoes, suspecting collusion. Mike is impressed by Susie's perceptiveness despite her blindness. Before leaving, Susie obtains Mike's phone number. Mike warns Carlo not to underestimate Susie's intelligence, and Carlo and his associates discuss their dissatisfaction with Roth and plans to eliminate him. Gloria retrieved a doll from upstairs, hid it under the couch, and left. Susie questioned Gloria about a man seen with Mike in the presence of police cars. Gloria reported seeing a truck with 2 people in a phone booth, with 1 person approaching the house. Gloria then pretended to wash dishes as Carlo arrived and observed Susie. Gloria accidentally knocked things over while playing with Susie's doll. Susie retrieved the doll and hid it. Susie then assigned Gloria to watch for anyone approaching a phone booth. Gloria agreed and offered a method of communication. Gloria hides under the stairs as Susie lets Carlo inside. Carlo interrogates Susie about a doll's location, but Susie remains resilient. Susie's attempt to call for help is thwarted by Carlo, who then makes a phone call. The subsequent ringing of the phone confirms Susie's suspicions. Carlo leaves after tampering with the door latch. Susie calls Mike, who claims to want the doll, revealing his involvement in a gang. Realizing she's been tricked, Susie attempts to secure the door but fails due to the broken latch. She hides the doll and tries to call the police, but is interrupted. Mike, seeking a doll, confronts Susie, who initially lies. Susie then directs Mike to her husband's office, claiming Gloria provided the location. Mike leaves to retrieve the doll, but Roth secretly disconnects the phone line before departing with Mike and Carlo. Susie summoned Gloria by knocking on the pipes. Gloria saw Carlo outside. She informed Susie that 2 people had left and 1 remained outside watching. Susie instructed Gloria to either ask the person outside for help or fetch Sam. Gloria escapes Carlo. Susie discovers a cut phone cord and panics, realizing she's alone with a dangerous gang. She eventually calms down, devises a plan, and uses darkness to her advantage by turning off all the apartment and entrance lights. Roth and Mike, having been tricked, confront Susie, who has deduced their gang's intentions regarding the doll. Mike demands the doll, claiming Sam's innocence and promising to eliminate Roth. However, Roth unexpectedly kills Carlo, gaining the upper hand. Mike struggles with Susie and reassures her before leaving, but Roth follows him and kills him, locking the door with a chain so Susie can't escape. He pours gasoline on the floor, and Susie smells it, becoming frightened. Roth removes his shoes so Susie can't hear his footsteps and know where he is. He lights a match and threatens to set the apartment on fire. Susie pleads with him, saying she'll give him the doll, but she tricks him and goes to the last light, breaking it and plunging the room into complete darkness. They talk in the dark and Susie tells him she has his knife. He says he has matches and can set the apartment on fire, but Susie is smarter. She grabs the gasoline can and throws it at him, drenching him. She lights a match and tells him to grab his cane and tap the floor so she can know where he is. She moves toward the door but finds it chained. Her plan fails when Roth opens the fridge and the light reveals her location. Susie, feeling hopeless, gives Roth a doll and secretly takes a knife. Roth is distracted by the doll, allowing Susie to stab him. She tries to escape but fails, and Roth, still alive, pursues her. Susie's refrigerator malfunctions, preventing her from closing it. She disconnects the power, plunging the room into darkness. The police arrive late, enter the house, and find Susie hiding behind the refrigerator. She successfully evades the gang. Sam finally arrives with the police and finds out what happened to his brave wife while he was away. The end. Subscribe to support us. Thank you for watching.